Hey everybody, this is Evan, and this is how to break down a whole chuck. So I bought this chuck for $4.89 a pound, and I'm going to turn it into some chuckeye steaks, some Denver steaks, and then I'm going to have about 19 pounds of ground with it too. And this is a choice piece of meat, so it's better than grades A through F and select. Choice generally has a lot of more marbling, so make sure to check the grades on your steaks before you compare prices too. It makes a big difference. So when you get your chuck roll, you're going to get these tough parts on the top and bottom. This is my brother. He owns his own butcher shop, so can go right to the butcher for this. If you want to go ahead and just go to your local butcher store, call ahead, see what they can charge you for a chuck roll. Usually you can talk them into giving it to you a little bit above cost because they don't have to do anything with it. They just bring you the whole bag, charge you 10% more, so you can end up getting a good deal. See all that tough part? You can't even put a knife through it. It's not even worth grinding it because you're going to be chewing on that gristle. So this end is where your chuckeye comes from, and if you're able to separate, you'll see it just kind of peels away, and you kind of help it out with the tip of the knife, just the tip. It should just fall away from the rest of the chuck here. So separate the pieces of meat. You're going to have a little bit of the separation in there. And only one end is the true chuckeye. You could cut it all the way down into little chuck steaks, but I want more ground chuck than anything else, so I don't want to try to break it all down into different steaks. And the chuck eye is the kind of secret butcher steak. It's the same thing as a ribeye. Same marbling, same muscle actually, it's just a little further down on the cow. It doesn't run throughout this whole piece of meat, but you'll see you're going to get about 6 to 8 steaks out of it, depending on how thick you do it. So this is the end. You can see it looks like a ribeye, and especially once you start cutting the steaks out of it, you can tell that piece of meat on top is the eye. And once you start running out of that, then you're not into the chuck eye anymore. This is what they cost at the store, $12.98 a pound, $20 a pound, $15 a pound. And here I just bought the whole roll for $4.89 a pound. And then, you know, you have to do that cost conversion. I mean, you're paying $4.89 for your chuck eye, $4.89 for your Denver steaks, and then you get all that ground stuff. Ground choice chuck at the store is going to be $6.99 a pound right now for a 90-10. And you're going to see at the end of the video, I actually can make it my own by adding bacon. So I have a 90-10 with bacon in it, and man, it's so good. Then you don't even have to add bacon to your burger, your smash burgers or your hamburger helper or whatever you're making with it. So here we're running out of that eye on top, so that's pretty much the end of our chuck eye steaks. Cut the little tails off, and I'll be wrapping those up separately. I already cooked them up, and oh man, delicious. So good. So here's where you get your Denver steaks. So your muscle grain doesn't run all one way. It's like a brisket. It'll run one way and all of a sudden switch up and go the other way. So you want to cut your steaks out of this end, and once you start running into the grain going the opposite way, that's not your Denver steak anymore. So we're going to cut that right down the middle, pretty much where you see that point. And look at the marbling on that guy. So you want to go with the steaks running towards you, not away. So these again are your Denver steaks. You want to go ahead and cut that trim off the top because you don't want to be eating that. And it's a lot easier to just cut it off the whole top than cut it off the individual steaks when you're done. Denver steaks are so good. I think they're better than a New York strip, to be honest. Certainly more marbling if you get the right stuff. So cut those about 1 inch thick, maybe a little bit more. And again, if you've never had a Denver steak, give it a try. $25 a pound, $15 a pound, and those are for choice. They all have the same marbling, it looked like. So if you like this kind of content, you want to watch me break down some more meat, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, and here I am making my ground chuck. And I'm even adding in some bacon as I go, because why not? Really appreciate you watching. Catch you guys next time. Thanks.